Hi everyone! So this is my attempt at the Nina Park sultry lip. Smoky eye that's very subtle. Super subtle. I think I'm gonna do this eyeliner from now on. It's actually just so good. So smoky but still so chic and defined. Nothing crazy. This was my inspiration, Emma Stone. Alright, let's get started. The first thing I'm doing is plucking my brows. And then I'm going in with the MAC Strobe Cream. This just gives a bit of a luminosity to the skin before I put on any complexion products. Next, I'm going in with the Haus Labs Foundation. I'm just tapping this with a semi-fluffy brush and just applying a thin layer all over the skin. Next, I'm going in with a concealer. I'm using the Haus Labs with a fluffy shadow brush. I thought it'd give a airbrush kind of finish. Next, I'm going in with a Q-tip in my fine lines. It usually creases in those areas. Next, I'm going in with the bronzer stick, like contour bronzer stick from Isamaya. And I'm just using a semi-dense brush, buffing that into the hollows of my cheeks and going in with the Chanel just on top, just to slightly set the contour. Next, going in with the Haus Labs blush. I'll list everything down in the description box. But I'm just going for a bronzy look, diffusing that on the high points of my cheek, and I'm running it across my nose as well. I'm going to top that with another blush. This one is also from Haus Labs, but it does have more of a peachy tone, which will liven up the cheeks just a touch. I'm just getting a clean fluffy brush, and I'm just kind of diffusing, melting all those products together, just very lightly so there's no harsh lines. Next, I'm going in with a brown eyeliner pencil. This one is from Decay, and I'm just building on some freckles. I think it just gives this makeup look a bit of a natural kind of finish and overall look, because it looks like the natural skin is just peeking through. Here I'm going in with the Hourglass Ambient palette. I'm using the finishing powder and also going in with a little bit of the highlight just on the high points of the cheeks. Here I'm using a micellar water. I put this on a Q-tip and pretty much take off all the excess oils and skincare that's left on my eyelids. Next, I'm going in with the Mario shadow in the shade Sandstone. I'm just buffing that into my eyelids. And then I'm getting a translucent powder and just pressing that into the eyelids. It just sets the shadow so that I can blend easier. I'm going in with the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes in neutral, and I'm using the shade number 6. I'm just buffing this into the outer kind of crease, just very lightly, and slowly bring it up to the crease. I'm starting off at the lash line, slightly buffing that out and then into the crease. I am going back and forth quite a bit, but it does take a while to blend our shadow quite seamlessly, so this is a little bit of a tedious process, but once it's even, it will look great. And here I'm just looking into the mirror, making sure that they're both even. I think one of my eyes is a little bit more hooded than the other. Next, going to go in with this on the bottom lash line, and then slightly pull it into the inner corner of the bottom lash. Then I'm going to grab a clean fluffy brush and just lightly blend that out. Next, I'm going to go in with a darker brown shade. This one is in number 9 in the same palette, and I'm just slightly going in the outer corner just to deepen up that crease. Here I'm using the Chanel liner, and I'm just tightlining the upper waterline ever so slightly. This kind of enhances the depth of the eye look, but it doesn't take away from the clean look that I'm going for. This is really helpful, I noticed, for I guess smaller Asian eyes, because we don't have a lot of lid space to work with. If you tightline the upper waterline, you'll still get that depth, but you won't take away that eyelid space. Here I'm just going in with a flat brush, and I'm just slightly tightlining and bringing that shadow very, very closely to the lash line. You can see that it's very, very thin, so it doesn't take away from the eyelid space that I barely have. And I'm just deepening it with the dark brown shadow. And next I'm going to go in with a setting powder, and just going in with a semi-dense fluffy brush and just setting my oily areas, which is my T-zone under my eyes and just on the side of my nose where the cheek fold is. And here I'm just going in with a spoolie to brush out the brows. I did use the Maybelline Gimme Brow, Builder Brow. I am using the gel that it comes with. I don't mind it. Here I'm going in with the felt tip side, just to slightly draw in brow hairs, very, very lightly, because if you are heavy-handed with this product, I noticed that it can get really, really dark and very heavy quite quickly. So just with a light hand, fill those brows in. Here I'm going in with a lash curler, only on the outer corner of my right eye really. Those lashes kind of grow a little bit droopy. And then I'm just going to top it up with some mascara. This is the Fenty, I believe. Here I'm going in with the Rhode Lip Shape. This is in the shade Balance. This is just going to create a shadowing, just to make the lips a little bit more pouty. Next I'm going in with a tapered brush, like a tapered pencil brush, just to feather it out slightly. I'm then going to go in with MAC Strip Down, just to deepen the line, not to blend it out too much though. And then I'm going back and forth between the two products just to deepen it and create that lip line. And then I'm going to go in with Limitless Brown, and I'm just going to deepen the corners of my lip and the middle. It looks a bit wild at the moment, but when you blend it out, it creates a really nice shadowing effect. This step does take a little bit of finessing, so just take your time and buff it out in little strokes so that you're not over blending, but you're still trying to get a good kind of feathered effect, especially on the sides because you're trying to create that shadow. So just buffing out that lip with the brush, and then I'm gonna go in with Wherever Walnut on the inner part of my lip, and then just buffing that out with the brush. The next step is I'm going to top it up with some gloss. This is from Huda. And then I'm just going to go into the inner corner with a my Guerlain highlight and some setting spray. And that is the look. Thanks for watching. Bye.